Hello and namaste. This is Jewel from Goddess Creative. I'm doing a little check-in today. Well, I've actually been checking in every few days regarding Bitcoin. So this is Spirit and my information regarding Bitcoin. Okay, so there's some of it will be for my members area only. So if you want that information, you can join the members area. Okay, so what I'm getting for Bitcoin and the things that I'm really wanting to know about, I know how I feel about Bitcoin personally and my understanding of it and being in it for such a long time, like since 2017. So bought it, highs and lows. Bought a little bit just recently, not at its lowest point, but just a little bit more. Because I really do believe that Bitcoin will be a store of wealth eventually. I've had so many people, including friends, that say to me, I've had so many friends and acquaintances that I've met, and people say to me, yeah, it's doing really great, but it's too late for me to get in. They don't understand. They do not understand blockchain. They do not understand Bitcoin. They do not understand this technology. They do not understand this is not going away. They do not understand that this is a store of wealth. Yes, it might be choppy. Yes, we might have had some ups and downs just recently, but that's part and par of the market. This is part and par of all markets. They go up and down. It's just life. The bottom will never drop completely out of it, right? It is a store of wealth for the future. It is a commodity that is scarce and will be even more scarce in 4 years' time. So people really do need to understand this. Like if you're hearing about all these big institutions that are buying up Bitcoin, Michael Saylor, a MicroStrategy buys Bitcoin constantly all the time. And yeah, he might sell it one day, but he's not selling. I can tell you right now, he's not selling it at 100,000. He's not. I'm not selling mine at 100K either. That's for sure. The things that I've been talking to Spirit about is, will Bitcoin get to $1 million? I mean, because that's what everyone's saying, it'll get to 1 million. I don't believe it'll get to $1 million this cycle, this run, but I do, and Spirit does say that it will in 4 years' time. So it will be worth 1 million in 4 years' time. Will I consider selling my Bitcoin then? Maybe, but certainly not now. So now is not too early to get in the market. And there's still so many people that I speak to and so many friends, I mean, it's understandable because you don't understand what it is. Some people don't I know my followers, you understand what it is, but there's so many people, the mum and pops, and families that sit around the dining table will hear about Bitcoin on the news and they'll see the price of it and they'll think, oh, that's too expensive. I've got to buy a whole one of those. You don't need to buy a whole one. You buy Satoshis. That's what you buy. You buy a portion of it. You buy a portion of it for your future, for your children's future. That's why you buy a portion of it. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy Bitcoin. Like, I've always been a really big advocate for the altcoins, right? Because I read the altcoins. But what I'm saying is a store of value of an asset that in 4 years to what it is right now, under 100K, and in my YouTube members section, I'm talking about what prices Bitcoin will get to in this run, just freely in the members area. So you may be interested to join that. I'm also talking about a drop. There's going to be a drop coming up but you would need to have your buy orders in place. So I'm discussing that in the members section as well. Okay, that's the information I've been talking to Spirit about most recently, and that's what I'm working on. But what I'm saying about Bitcoin not being like, it's seeming like it's expensive now, for my friends back home in Australia, you know, especially, Bitcoin's worth over $100,000 Australian, AUD, right? So that's big bickies, you know, and people are thinking it's too late to get in, you know, it's only going to go up a little bit. You need to see and rethink what Bitcoin, and I'm not a Bitcoin maximist that totally, you hold these baskets of eggs, right? And some of them are in digital assets. So Bitcoin is totally separate for me than altcoins. It's a totally different basket of eggs. So we have these baskets. So is precious metals. It's another basket of eggs. So is the stock market, and having some investments and exposure in the stock market and ETFs, right? That's another basket of eggs. These are the building and the shift in wealth we've been waiting for, and the change of wealth building that if you started now, or you got in last run and you're wondering what the hell to do, it's not in fiat currency. Let me tell you that. Why do you think governments are moving towards, they don't want cash. They really don't. And cash is losing value. So in 4 years' time, cash will be worth less than what it is today because of inflation. It's just losing its value. It's going to be worth nothing, the way they're printing it and all that. So it is digital assets, and there's many of them, but it is in particular, Bitcoin is a store of wealth, right? So in 4 years' time, Bitcoin, yes, I do get it worth over $1 million. I do. That's what Spirit's told me. And I asked Spirit, what is your percentage and accuracy of giving me because I've got a whole lot of prices on Bitcoin, right? So I've got prices, what I believe it's getting to in the next few months. So that's in my members, my YouTube members section. So I'm sort of read over a period of time. And if you've been following my work, you know that I like to check prices over and over again, because the more often the prices come in similar and the more consistent prices are, the more confident I feel, particularly to pass them on to you. So that's how I work. So I check over a few days and I check over a period of time. So I'm asking now consistently about Bitcoin, particularly asking about the drop that's coming. But I'm also particularly asking because you're going to get some crazy prices. It's going to unfold. This run is still only at the beginning stages. You know, we've got a year, 18 months of this run. I do get Bitcoin will chop around in this space of where it is at, you know, the 60, 66, 67, 68, 69 range. It's going to chop because it's obviously finding support here. So it's going to chop around in that range for quite some time. Okay, I'm going to read for my members section now. So I'll be cutting this for the public. Okay. All right, so that was my members' information, private information only. So what I'm starting to do now, and this will be in the members section only, I'm starting to read all sorts of meme coins for shorter term. So I mean, I did talk about the AI and the DeFi, and they're going to do really well, but they're not fleeting. They're things that will do really well this year. So I've got information about them. I'll continue information about them. Got to do another video about that. as I look at them, because I will do a video about what I've just invested in as far as AI and memes. AI and DeFi, that'll do quite well. Then I'll do another separate video about memes. So I've just invested in some memes to trade. Now, as you know, I'm not really a trader, but look, honestly, I don't consider myself a trader. I consider myself, I'll buy in and maybe a few days later or a week I'll cash out. That kind of trader. And honestly, in this market right now, and it's more, for me, it's more tests. So I'm talking small amount. I'm just testing and playing with the market. And honestly, quite now, we've just had quite a decent drop. I'm getting into memes just the last few days of that drop. You can't really go wrong because they're going to be the talk of everything continually for the next few months. So to trade them, even if you're not a trader, it's hard to get it wrong, okay? This is what I'm saying. So I'm definitely not a trader, but I'm playing around in memes because I've got a bit of traveling coming up, and I need some cash flow for that. So that's what I'm doing. So instead of I don't want to focus on my altcoin reading. So you can't really coin request at the moment. The only way you can coin request at the moment is if you send me an email and say, would you consider reading this? And then I would send you a special link if I want to read it, where you can purchase it. Don't do free readings, okay? And that's just so I can direct my focus and my attention on what's important to me, which is what I didn't do last run. I was too busy trying to do readings for everybody else, and that's why, I missed a lot of opportunities. So that's not going to happen this time. So yeah, I just give the information in the YouTube members area as I get it, and that's what I'm doing today. Put some information in there for the YouTube members area. I am starting to read memes in the shorter term. So letting you know, I haven't done that video yet, and I will do that video in the next few days for the members area only. It'll be memes that will have some gains, and what those gains will most likely be around. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, what's the best, and I've already started doing these memes and asking Spirit. I've asked for a whole lot of memes, and not all. There's so many. Don't forget, people can create memes on Solana, and there's umpteenth memes being created every day, like every second, every minute. So be very careful, be very wary. This is not financial advice, and do not invest in memes lightly, okay? Because you've got to consider that play money. Really, you do. Because it can get wrecked from memes, and because anybody can create a meme and not do the right thing is what I'm saying. So I'm talking to Spirit about investing in memes for the short term, and I'm not a trader, so I don't want to get wrecked, okay? It's about the energy, and it's about getting in and then getting out in a few weeks or time, that kind of thing. That's what I'm doing. All right, if that's interesting for you, you may want to join my YouTube members area. Okay, so, and thank you very much to joining for the members that are already in my YouTube members area. I am releasing videos. There's a lot more videos that are in there available to you that are not available to the public. Even tarot readings, things like that. So I've just read Chiba, new reading for Chiba. I think I just released that. Dent, I just did. These are all great opportunities, and when they're going to, when it's going to happen, the timing, that kind of thing. So yeah, kind of important. I read Say, I think, is in there as well. All right. I'm going to leave this with you with much love and appreciation. Namaste.